Oh, does it have to be AM?
You have to go down for the hour more.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Ah, 4:20 is your favorite time of day. Yes. Or could you not simply resist giving me the correct time? No, I gave you my favorite.
Okay.
Oh my God. Hi, Dora. Dora the Explorer. Dora.
I did not want to hurry. Oh God, I heard from me in the background.
Well, you are right there. And then you have to hear yourself now a second later.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Why are you shouting at me, narrator
Stanley
poop?
worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
Ah.
427.
Insert screen here for Ange.
427's
Ah.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons
Close
on
your
the
ears.
keyboard.
I'm so sorry to earphone users.
Desk, telling him what
I mean, I'm not really, but...
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what
Hello.
employee 427
Sorry for your
did
earballs.
every day of every month of every year.
Good, be live.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment.
I'll hail my bucket cult.
Bucket
cult time.
Exactly for this job.
We need a bucket emoji.
Was happy.
There is a bucket emoji.
And then
What's
one
that?
day, something very peculiar happened.
Post the bucket
Something that
emoji.
would forever change
I'll hail
Stanley.
buckets.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
That is a beautiful
single
bucket.
order had arrived on the monitor.
Oh my God, I just realized I could make him go away.
All of
Is
his
he gonna
co-workers
bully
were
me
gone.
about the bucket
What
again?
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Did
missed
he?
a memo.
I don't think he did. Oh my God, there's a lot of buckets. Just for that, I should miss my bucket. What's the bucket cult say about me not picking up a bucket? You feel very bucketly about it, I see.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
The bucket's home, apparently. We're going to take the new bucket into the content.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
You know, it's bad enough TikTok thinks I speak Spanish fluently, and Russian, and God knows how many other languages I got. Hey, look, there's another phone. Bucky the Bucket. You know, we did never name the bucket. We could name him Bucky. Or Buxton.
No.
Snaps for joy. Oh my God. Wait. Can I put the bucket back? No. But the doors aren't closing behind me for once. Do they want to?
Okay, the bucket name is Alex because we don't know the gender and Alex can be a girl name or a boy name.
We're naming the bucket Alex.
Yeah.
I'll hail Alex the bucket.
Yeah.
Jump! Jump! I don't really have many choices where I go, I see. Come on, it's just me and Bucky. Me and Alex. Alex and Bucky, the first.
See, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
I'm in the dark.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever
Free heart attack?
Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this
That
far
costs
superior to a measly port with a
time to
few
wake
minor
up.
additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Don't
This is
know,
what
maybe.
fans have truly been asking for.
Where's our lane? Paste the sequel. I can't, the buttons don't work.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
Well, I haven't
It
used all my
screams
jumps.
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay, so I need to eventually get back to my area, I see. I gotta deal
Now,
with
to be
this two
clear,
nonsense.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Those are some of the
I figured that
ugliest
if I
twos
can
I have ever
loosely
seen.
organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh. Cool, that's what Stanley looks like. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs, and 3 question marks. Do I have a mouth?
No. Who took the red marker?
Me. Who's me? I am.
Have we gotten the sending ending?
Okay, what's sending ending? You're over here listing things like I know what they're called. I just get things. I just do stuff. No, I want to go this way. You know, I don't like that I don't have options. You normally give me options. Is this a punishment? Do you not like my choice of options? You know, all those stairs were not necessary. Yes.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that one in a long time, though.
Here
And I
we
don't
are.
think I got it
Go
on one of the streams.
Try out some of the new features.
Oh god, this one I know you're not gonna get the art ending.
It's the art ending.
Play the baby game for 4 hours.
How do you play the baby game for 4 hours? He eventually forces you to leave.
No, it's constant. Wait.
Oh, just keep going back to it?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Yes.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard,
that's
Stanley,
good.
but I
Take a
guarantee it will be fixed in
while.
the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
I might
we
just
hear you.
once.
And I promise, what else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
How about the exit? What happens if I don't look at any of his exhibits? I just try to leave.
Have you gone the coward ending?
The coward ending?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever.
Yes!
Infinite.
The infinity hole.
You can fall until
Me and
the
Beckett.
end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
What happens if I don't?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Why?
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum
Why?
of things.
Well, now I know I can't push the button.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Looking up.
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature.
Oh,
It's more of
God.
a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
I
You found me
sure
out,
did.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I
Sure
think
am.
the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Oh,
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
maybe you're gaslighting. Maybe you should have called it infinite. Maybe you
Things
shouldn't
got
have
a little
lied.
heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Agreed,
Why don't
narrator.
we
Let's
just put
fight.
all this behind
Fight,
us and
fight,
agree to
fight,
just
fight.
call
I'll throw the
it
first punch.
mostly
Where's my bowling
infinite?
I don't know where you put
Does
it.
that
Or
work
square
for
up with
you?
the narrator.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll
Or
just
I
be
could
up
just
here
live down
when you're
here.
ready.
Hmm.
You know what happens if I don't push the triangle
Which
button?
one of the things should I get first? The cherry sparkling water, the Starburst cherry, or the Sprite cherry?
The Starburst cherry, because that one's my favorite. It's so good. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I had to click triangle eventually.
Where the hell is it?
I think in the fridge. I think so.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Oh, I like holes too much?
Would have said, yep, that's an infinite
Okay,
hole right
Stanley.
there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but
can't
not
pause.
you. Oh, no,
I
no,
mean, I
no,
can.
no.
Oh, I can. I didn't think it would let me pause the fall. Because the end is never the end is never the end. I honestly want to get a Stanley Parable tattoo. I just don't know what it would be or where I would put it. Well, I know where I'd put it. I just don't know where exactly on this arm. Because I have an arm for ridiculous tattoos. Gotta be a little silly in life. But I really wouldn't know what to get as a Stanley Parable tattoo. Because, like, we never see Stanley. I could get a bucket, but that'd be really confusing to just solely have a bucket. Bucket and something else would be fine.
You have a weird
Talking about
sort of...
Stanley Terrible tattoo.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Sure
help but
did.
feel like you spent a little less time in
I
there
did.
than you did before. I mean,
Get strong.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite
Yeah.
hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
No, I can't.
Had enough?
Oh, God.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so
Go
much more
down
to
the
show
hole.
you and to talk about. And I've
I'm
had
gonna
enough
go
of the
all the
hole
way
for
up
a
the
lifetime.
stairs and see what he does. 'Cause he wants me to have so much to talk about. So I'm gonna go walk into another room and then come back to the hole and see if he flips the fuck out on me and gives me a new response. What's with the music? Narrator pool.
Interesting flavor.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the infinite hole. Because it was infinite enough for me to want to live there forever.
But the narrative said that the hole is shorter and shorter until there's no hole left.
Yes. You want to see it?
Yes.
Weep.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Lulu, why
If
did
this
you
starts to become a
die?
thing where...
I'm back.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Do I have to say?
Well, there it is.
Oh,
The shame
God.
of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure?
It's not.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
Are you streaming?
Well, I suppose there is one thing
Thanks,
that can
Stanley.
fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Stanley
You
Parable.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
You missed it. I'm
You get to
obsessed
be
with
the hole,
holes.
I get to do literally
According to the
anything
narrator.
else.
Just had my practice skin.
Take
and
care,
practice
Stanley. I hope you and the
my
hole
extra,
have a
soap
wonderful rest of
mixture.
eternity.
Okay.
I got my needles and my caps up here. I got the machines, the ink, the jelly, and the stencil glue. And this has the printer and the paper.
That's sexy.
I told Mel I want one more thing to just go on top, so that way it just gets rid of this element. But I'm happy with that.
The narrator's really just gonna abandon me here. Jerk. Me and Bucky Pooh are gonna grow old together. Oh God. I wanted to find the ending where we grow old together, but I think I just found it.
We are sinking.
We're gonna just stare at the roof so you can watch it go away. Goodbye, roof.
Alright, play Titanic.
Oh. I could play the Titanic. Narrator, why did you abandon me? Oh, I guess I do show what the Stanley looks like. Am I really wearing an ugly plaid shirt? Is that what you wear to work? Sir, it's a miracle HR hasn't come in for your lackadaisical dressing. It's not a uniform. That's not a uniform. Look at my fist. Shame of reality. Oh! Oh! Oh, what the frick? Puppy, don't eat me! Oh, what the fuck? My scuba suit? Oh, I'm upside down. Ooh. Oh.
Stanley!
Yeah.
Oh, good, you're awake.
I was having
It seems you
fun.
had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because
Yeah.
this hole
I'm
is
back.
just so
I'm back.
darn
I like my hole.
fascinating that I
I'll
want
live
you
in
to
my
be
hole
wide
forever.
awake for every second.
Get me
of
back
it.
up.
You don't want to miss
Put me
a
back.
single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
I'm sorry, are
From
you
the looks of
torturing me now?
things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward
Excuse
to all
you?
of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle-pip?
You- you're gonna-
Toodle-pip? You
you're gonna use
jackass. I don't think it is. Oh.
Nope. You died. The end is never the end is never the end.
I could just get the end is never the end tattooed on me. Oh, I'm gonna go back to my hole. I'm gonna go back to my hole.
Get the end is never the end. And then underneath that, a bucket.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I want to go back. I want my hole. Infinite hole. Here we go. This is going to cause the narrator to yell at me. I feel it. Bastard! Shut the door. I can't get in. He does. Or they're claiming he loves me. And that we're friends and all this hoopla. And then he proceeds to just lock me in this room and not let me live in my hole. I wanted to live in the hole. The hole looked nice. He just teleported me out without my
would be fun,
consent.
wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the...
What the fuck?
Well, we'll figure that out later.
Did you just make me walk from one side of the room to see the word epilogue? You jackass. Your mom's a whore. And your grandfather's a pickle.
Merch.
Merch that I can't do anything with. Can't even go around and fondle.
Because you have any jumps.
I do have jumps.
What?
I've had jumps. I didn't use them. Show you. Let me find the jump room. There's the figurines. The infinite hole that I don't get to play in anymore. See? The jump circle. I have 35. I've not jumped once. I went into the circle,
I actually think the
acknowledged.
jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to
And
hang
then
on to
left.
that for the sequel.
And see? I only can jump in the jump circle. Watch. And then I only can jump on the jump circle. Because they don't like me.
How did you even get in there?
And where?
There.
I went through a door. I think I found the exit. Without looking at everything. Like the narrator.
Goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
I'm going back to the free trophy then. You whore! Locking all these doors on me. And I'm back to my free trophy. Give me 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 trophy. Or I want to go back to my hole. Let me live in the hole.
How is it Kindle diabetes cookie? AKA the 25 extra points ahead of me.
What?
Yeah, well, the point thing.
Ah,
Oh, I have no idea.
collectibles.
I
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
My life's unremarkable. Is it now? Thank you so much, narrator Pooh. Don't want the figurines.
The fuck?
Do you forget about those?
Yeah.
There's a reason I was trying not to get those.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Anything else you're going to force me to look at that I don't give a crap about? I used the one jump. Freaking briefcase! What'd you do? Disappear, everyone?
No, but he said.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like
Hey,
all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Oh no, what are you doing to me?
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Bucky Pooh already.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Cool. Can I get down there and play with it? Is there a hole?
Well, I mean, there's potential, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh my god, it's all whole.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags.
Look, there's lots of buckets everywhere.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
No. I already saw that. I was already on that screen.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
You can tell me anything new about Stanley?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427.
No, I can close the door. Hey, re-get my bucket because... Be quiet. Nobody cares about the co-workers.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
I can't get back into my office. No, you can't.
Then, get it, and then how did you...
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Yeah, but you have to go all the way over here to grab the bucket. And so by the time you come back, the door's already shut. So you're trying to see if I can get myself locked in there. I think you can. What you eating? Is it yummy? Wait. Where's the new contact tent door? Why is it not open anymore? Uh-oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No, it is
But Stanley
not.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
Bucket
that
said,
the employee
"No,
lounge
see,
was simply the
right there.
place to be.
Doesn't know what's so
And here it was. Had the
interesting.
bucket turned out to be correct? Was it... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
The bucket says it's time to believe you can fly.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Nice.
How
I haven't had
deeply
sloppy joes in
touching.
forever. Mostly because I don't eat meat, but... Wee. No.
All of his co-workers
Fuck!
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, he did not. I'm going to ignore the door. Yeah. I don't have the bucket yet. So if I need the bucket, let me know. Does this say fuck? F-U? Oh! It sure does! Oh my god, I've played this game for years. How did I not notice that? I need the mug. Give me the mug.
Okay.
Oh, so I need to just stay in my office? I'm gonna go annoy the
Stanley
narrator
came
in a
to a
new
set
way.
of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his
Go
left.
to one back again.
Oh, I was gonna go to the broom closet. Go hang out with broom.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I haven't done that yet without
Feeling a
the
wave of
bucket.
disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I hung out in the broom closet. You can
There was
ignore me.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I shut myself in here now. What you can do, pet narrator? Look at that beautiful broom with its orange
It was
bristles.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact
there
with, he'd be
tools in this
justified
broom
in some
closet?
way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing
Wire.
sweet FA.
Back.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm
Great! Now I have a new
genuinely
reason to be mad at Peppa Pig. Stole my narrator.
Okay, why the fuck is your phone buzzing?
It wants you to notice it.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Did
office.
he... You know what? But I am done. Oh no, I don't want this
Stanley
ending.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He
Shit.
might be
I
fired
don't like
for
this
that.
ending.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Yes.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
Sure,
co-workers
pal.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other
Just
strange
watch what
observations.
happens.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Is there any
No, Stanley
headcanon?
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I'm
Then
sweet.
he imagined himself
sky.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Ooh, now we got the
It was
disco
so
lights.
much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Tell Lulu how
was he
much
remaining
cherry
so
stuff I
lucid?
have.
Like,
Then perhaps the strangest
6 items?
question of
No.
them all entered
No, like
Stanley's
the-
head.
8.
One, he was amazed he hadn't asked himself
Because
sooner.
it was 4 cherry sodas,
Why
you
is there a
got, or
voice
4
in my
cherry
head
drinks.
dictating everything
Cherry,
that I'm doing and thinking?
Cherry jello.
Now the
Oh yeah,
voice
3
was
cherry
describing
jellos.
itself being
The
considered by
cherry,
Stanley, who found it
fruit roll-ups I
particularly strange.
found.
I'm
then
dreaming about a
this
voice
picture
describing
or
me,
something.
thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
We
thought.
got
And while he thought it all
the
very odd,
I
and wondered
bought
if this voice spoke to all
2
people
different
in their
cherry
dreams, the
soda
truth was that,
pack.
of course, this was not a dream.
Ew.
How could
There
it
were
be?
4 different
Was Stanley
cherry
simply
drinks
deceiving
when I
himself?
got here.
Believing that if he's
was
asleep,
red.
he doesn't have to take
Red,
responsibility
white, and
for
blue
himself.
Pepsi.
Stanley is as awake
Cherry
right
Pepsi,
now as
and
he's
then
ever been in
cherry
his
cola.
life. Now,
Oh,
hearing
and
the
cherry
voice
Gatorade.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Okay.
After all, he knew for certain
And
beyond
one
a
day
doubt
when I
that
went
this was, in fact, a
golfing
dream.
with Mom,
Did
Mel,
the voice
and
not see him float and make the
Barry,
magical stars just a
I
moment
had
ago?
a cherry
How else would the voice
slushie,
explain
a
all that?
cherry
This voice was a
soda,
part of himself too, surely.
a red
Surely,
golf
if he
ball.
could just... He would
What's your
prove
favorite
it.
fruit?
He would prove that he was in control.
and
that
also
this
the
was a
cherry
dream.
sours.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Oh, we're in a cherry cult
the fresh
now?
air of a world
I have a cherry
outside
tattoo,
this
so I'm
one.
okay with that.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I
You
wish
need
it
a
to be
cherry
over.
tattoo.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I
Cherry
want.
cult, fire cult,
I want my
bucket
apartment
cult, Stanley
and my
cult.
wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way
Phone
it's
stop
always
vibrating,
been.
nobody asked you.
My life is normal.
Our church is
I
blue.
am normal. Everything will be fine.
It's at 90.
I
Go ahead and hand
am
it to me.
okay.
Jesus, lots of people are. I'm putting lots of videos.
Oh, and we also have actual cherries.
Stanley began screaming.
And
Please,
your cherries
someone,
are so
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And
Who are
everything
you?
went black.
I'm pretty sure that was red, not black. And now it's
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Yeah, that's how you get the Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
I haven't
dressed,
seen it yet.
gathered her
It's on my
belongings,
list.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Bro didn't even call an ambulance.
Yeah, no, they just decided I was crazy and let me die.
Just don't do it.
Don't do what? Just sit in my office?
Yes, that's good.
I haven't left it yet. Never hasn't said anything to me.
It's Howard and
I shut my door. Happy, Splat. The stream's a little dark. This game is much darker, though, than I make it out to be. Blinded by the light.
Give me those cats! Cats! The cats! She has 13 cats!
13. That is an army of me a house. I only have 2 cats and a dog. And they're at my boyfriend's house, and he has a cat and a dog. 5 animals. That's insane. Well, I thought. 13 wins. There's a YouTuber. She loves cats. She wrote a song about how many cats. She has 6 cats. And she wrote a song about it. And I think you need to change it to 13 cats for your song. R.I.P. those mothers.
Did you see what I said?
I was a little distracted by the 10 babies.
I said, oh yeah, really, Sayori hanging out in her room.
Sayori irritates the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Ooh, woo, I'm depressed. Ooh, woo.
You already failed this by you went out once.
Oh.
All of his
Just go
co-workers
take a
were
swan
gone.
dive.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fine. You know, I'm eventually going to get age restricted for this game if I
When
continuously
Stanley came
do
into a
that.
set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Aw.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Baby
lounge
fights.
first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But
Moms are
eager to get
probably just
back to
very
business,
stressed and
Stanley
trying to
took the
keep everyone
first open
mangled
door on his
and
left.
don't know what to do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whee.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Good.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I'm sure y'all do
Good
everything
job,
to make
Stanley.
sure that...
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah, well, I was too busy swan diving. Oh no, I didn't miss that. Alright, potty mouth.
You're not supposed to leave.
All of his co-workers
I'm
were
so
gone.
used to
What
having
could
to
it mean?
leave.
Stanley decided to go
Me
to
and the
meeting
bucket are
room.
gonna be a
Perhaps he
menace,
had simply
boss.
missed a...
The good
We're
old
doing that one
bucket.
ending.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Never mind, I did a swan
Stanley
dive.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
And apparently we
entered the
sing
door
about
on
it
his
every
left.
day. I cannot believe we're
Still no
referencing
one
that
was here.
song.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Which one?
Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Bucky Poo. Oh, come on. Let me do it. Stop being a problem. Let me in.
Stepping in.
Yes! And like that, I have outsmarted the narrator. I can go all the way down, back into the office, anywhere I want. I saw that. I don't know how to respond to shipping the bucket with Stanley, but you know what? Do you? You think Bucky Poo and Stanley are perfect? Do you? Having fun over there?
Oh, it's a random thing. It's nothing bad. Just a cord for like a tablet or an iPad.
Why can't I go in that door? That's so rude. You know what? I'm going to go launch the bucket. It's always so unbearably funny how dramatic they get when I launch the bucket. Let's go launch the bucket. This is by far my favorite ending. I know it takes forever to get up these damn stairs. So hard to see to go up these dang stairs, though. This is a Stanley X bucket moment. I will say that. Nothing beats the first time I found out what happens, though. I was so mad.
Nope, let the bucket go.
Daily bucket stickers. Okay, how would daily bucket stickers work?
You get a bucket for you get a sticker for everything you're a bucket.
Okay. Okay. Time for some baloney. Am I going? Can't see anything. This is a ridiculous game. Let me go where I need to be. Get a sticker for every day you're a bucket. How do you become a bucket?
What? Bucket. What?
Oh, hello. Okay. Well, there we go.
Take it out.
And here it comes. The most dramatic thing I've ever seen in a video game. It really takes the cake. Yes, because the bucket's balling its in and out. So uncalled for. Just wait, it gets dumber. Because again, Stanley can fit. I know I'm supposed to be showing you an end, but you need to see what happens when you launch the bucket, though. It's really funny to me.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket is gone. So then, you just... You know... We could put it more poetically what I'm about to go do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
I'm
just to
swimming in the air with no water.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business,
I'm finding a fresh restart.
Door on his left.
This isn't fun. It's fun. It's fun.
I'm absolutely going to fall with
Stanley was
style,
so bad at
pizzazz,
following
and splash.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I have a little bit of a splash with my,
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
You just became friends with and say, you have been introduced to the Vienna. Their intentions are unknown.
Just, hi, my intentions are unknown. Nice to meet you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's how I'm gonna introduce myself to people.
Do you not want friends anymore? Well, at least you know your priority. Stanley's just high? That would be a plot twist.
That would actually make sense.
Okay, so how long do I need to be in here to get the coward ending?
Okay. You have to close the door of the office. How the hell do you do that?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Will you let me sit in my seat then, or am I just be standing my mouth like a weirdo?
And here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh God, what just happened? Wait, was that it? Is that really it? And
Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
oh,
Perhaps
it
he had
doesn't say
simply
anything
missed
about being a new
memo.
bucket. Where's Standy? Oh,
I was talking about Toodles.
Toodles.
That's a child. Toodles
Why
is a
his
child.
pupils so big?
It's a girl. Toodles?
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
The bucket talked to me. Okay. Time to put the bucket back. It's talking to me again.
The bucket wants to go.
Bucket normally doesn't. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not a normal ending.
What do you mean?
That's not my haul.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Is there anything different about the employee?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it true. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the... And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight
We're gonna go
ahead
launch
to the
another
opposite
bucket.
door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
Oh,
walked
how do I get
upstairs to
that
the
ending?
boss's
That was
office.
really funny.
Okay. Let me find.
Time for me to go on the elevator like I always do. I'm waiting for you.
No.
And then go and
Okay.
click.
Attempt to enter the colored door while holding the bucket. The narrator will place the bucket into the machine.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Alright, I'll get out of the elevator. Well, I'm just gonna launch this bucket.
Bree, you need to make a 5 Nights at Freddy's.
I haven't streamed FNAF in a long time.
You're gonna need the bucket for the. It's a bucket, and then
I know.
actually just take one back.
I can't. But I can just keep going down to see what it does. It closes off everything. Okay, but what happens if I go all the way back up to the boss's office? Can I? Because you said everything opens back up. Nope. So I have to go down. It's literally the only option. That is crazy town. Stanley. Can I go into the broom closet? Oh! Go back into the broom closet. And he can't complain.
Don't mind switching it up.
Are we singing the song? Is everything okay?
Yeah. Something.
Lulu, you do know that I am actually playing Security Breach. Wait, but if you still have jumps, why can't you jump?
I don't know.
Oh. I did not.
Yeah, the stairs are really hard to see. Honestly, wish the stairs were like yellow or something.
Hey, it's these neon yellow stairs to climb that will definitely hurt your head.
Look, you'll be able to see them and not have to spin in circles to figure out where you are.
Just look down.
Yeah, okay. And that helps when there's no light.
Boom. What?
Hey,
What do you mean?
they're typing weird letters.
I don't see it.
Y6Y.
Well, Lysies, that's nice. I like Sunny and Moony, though. What was that?
See what I mean, though?
No. I don't see it all. My glasses are missing.
Now where are you supposed to find where you're supposed to go? I printing into the microphone?
Yep, that worked. Oh god, there's another person watching.
Crunch into my microphone. Here. Oh, no. Give me the controller. Everybody, I apologize. I was a menace to society. That is not my fault. Again, he could have fit. I don't think I'm ever going to get over that.
Damn it, I stuck it. Oh god, 4 people now.
Did you have to hear your chips and surround sound in your own ear?
Yes.
That sounds awful. I'm not going to watch my own stream now. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm not going to spawn dive. I'm going to crush myself.
When
Hello.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
I
doors,
see you.
he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He did. He's a good boy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
It's,
indication of any
what's the
human
passcode?
life. Shocked, unraveled,
8,
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
4,
secret
5.
was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No. The narrator is, though. I can't believe he's punishing me with New Age music. That's the dumbest punishment ever. How'd you get in trouble?
Feeling
I had
soothed
some New
and
Age
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
did not.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
Sure
the
does.
truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet
Oh
his
my God.
violent death.
Gaslighter.
The door behind him was not shut.
Yes, it is.
Stanley
I
still
can't go
had
back.
every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm not gonna.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yup. Oh,
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
wow.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into
Female
the
narrator.
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Lovely.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Nothing.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Good lord, my comments are dark.
Lou and me are both big 5 Minutes at Freddy and Afton Family fans.
You should not be a fan of the Afton family. They're kind of questionable people. And when I say kind of, I mean massively.
Oh, look at these two.
Look.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, you turned the lights out.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to
That's
me.
why I like
You
the
can still
freaking
save
Stanley
those two.
Parable so
You can
much.
stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
And now I should have a bucket.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Here it is.
No bucket.
Fine.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
I didn't even know this was separate bucket.
That's what I was trying to
Stanley
show
touched the
y'all.
bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took
Am
the
I
door
going the
on his
right way?
left to go back to the meeting room.
Or do I need to go down the elevator?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Will do. Will not do. Oh, she's shy. Wrong. I went the wrong way, I think. Yeah, I thought this was how you got down to the annoying doors. I think...
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel
I think I got a different
every
ending.
time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's the
There's
catwalk,
no
okay.
explanation for it.
I was close.
Still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket
I think the
is in
narrator wants my
arms.
bucket.
Why
gonna have to
everything
fight him.
feels so...
So
What do
bucket.
I do with this treasure? I can
Get a
I
bucket
can
tattoo?
monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What are you talking about?
The plate thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Well, that's definitely not what I wanted to do.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
I
meeting
know where I'm
room.
going
Perhaps he
now.
had simply missed a memo.
I went to the wrong one. Look, I knew it was somewhere you had to jump, dang it.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Culture? What? Boy, are you okay?
The narrator is the down guy for the bucket.
Yes, agreed. And the bucket's redneck, apparently.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, why are you still number 2?
Because apparently, somehow, Lilith has 150 XP.
Get better.
I'm 25.
So what, comment 2 more times?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
I don't know how the
This
points
was
work.
not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Rada rada.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Skill issue?
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Not the casual bullying in my chats.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Now where am I supposed to go? Yes.
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a specific answer you want me to do?
Is this
all yes or all no's?
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
I wonder what happens if you get it correct, like the exact pattern he wants.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that
Go ahead
tills
and
the
write down the
earth.
correct
I thought
order.
this was a gimmick. How on
I'm
earth
gonna
did
do
you
that
manage to screw it up?
after I do all notes.
Absolutely incredible.
Go
Let's
ahead and
just
write down the
move on
correct
to the next
order
one.
of what.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
What? I knew it was bucket all along.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
You cannot be Schrodinger's bucket. Thank you.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's
I wanted to be a
delightful to
bucket.
get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what.
Yeah, I don't know where he gets that we have a
We'll put
relationship.
back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
You saw what it did to you. And now, with everything being a bucket, we'll go back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
The embrace of an old friend.
Oh.
A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clenched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
What is with
This
him and
was
these
not
new
to get into the
answers?
meeting room, but Stanley had
He has a
felt
new
the
one every
bucket
time I pick
calling
up the
to him,
bucket. He's making
telling
me
him
uncomfortable.
That the employee lounge
He can
was
keep his
simply the
opinions to
place
himself.
be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
He's stealing his
Stanley
man
took the door on
Stanley.
his left to go back to the meeting room.
He stole his man Stanley.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
His
Go
manly.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You almost died.
From a weight.
Well, that's a dumb way to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Tapped my foot.
Here you go. Maybe don't crush your mom's shoes with the weight.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It
Wait.
says, no buckets past this point.
I'm
Stanley, how
doing
could you think it was
Stan.
okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh my goodness.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Sure, there's one.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No, it's not.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Nope.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
I've said nothing is a bucket. You're a jerk.
Okay, next one.
Just what I'm going to do an ending where I make you look like an idiot. Get all the answers wrong.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No, it's not. I have decided nothing is a bucket. No buckets for you.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Nope.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
No.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
What
I can't have
relationship?
that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
What?
Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket? Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here.
So,
You're
he still
not a
freaks out
bucket
and thinks
either.
he's
Oh, this is
a bucket.
wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
the next one I'm going to try. And I'm going to try getting them all wrong and see if that causes any problems.
We haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll
I
reset
really
everything.
thought
And we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
telling him he was not a
And
bucket
we'll
would calm
know
him
that it's
down.
all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right,
Everything right.
here we go.
Okay.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
What?
How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Oh. Okay. Okay, narrator, you made me paranoid.
Okay.
Door won't close. Really disturbs me. I'm gonna go take the bucket back to the...
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Excuse you. I'm trying the bucket where I work. Do you mind? You know what?
Close the door.
Screw you. There.
As soon as Stanley noticed that the door to his office was still open, he rushed in with his bucket and shut the door.
I got a new
The
window.
pressure of going out and finding another bucket variant on one of the Stanley Parable's classic endings was simply
Well, I was
too
trying
much
to
for him.
earlier and it wouldn't let me because it kept
It's
shutting the
nothing
door.
but
I
swapped-out
guess I had to
dialogue
screw with it
describing a
enough.
bucket, he screamed to himself. It's not nearly different enough to be considered a true sequel. No, he would stay right here in his office where things were safe, familiar. If others were happy with the bucket endings, well, good for them. But Stanley knew that one day, somehow, a true sequel would emerge with actual new content. If only he had waited long enough. Just a little longer, Stanley. Keep waiting.
Apparently.
You'll get it one day, surely. Eventually. Just keep waiting. Just a little longer now.
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Look here, narrator. Somebody piss in your coffee this morning?
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Hey, you're a lonely loser. Get some chill. Rude ass narrator. You gonna be rude?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, he
This
didn't.
was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No,
But
it is
Stanley
not.
had felt the bucket calling to him,
He was
telling
yodeling.
him that the employee lounge was
Yodelay?
simply the place to be.
Left
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out
I had
to be
to listen.
correct? Was this
It's such a great rhyme.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go
Welcome
somewhere else.
back.
The cargo lift, yes.
Or
Good.
welcome.
Said the bucket.
Now
One
ride
of
the
those
lift all the
things.
way to the top. There's something up there I
To the
need you
top,
to
to the
do.
top.
Stanley did
I'm
not
not
question why
going
or
to
how this
the
bucket
top.
was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You ate a house? Who's feeding you houses? Stop feeding yourself houses.
No.
It's rude.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Yeah, I've done it like 4 times
The
now.
problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket.
I've done it before
I
this.
suppose that would explain a
I've
lot
done
about your
this at least
behavior
4
up to this
times.
point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game
You
if not
rather
addressed
didn't.
quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please,
Yay,
step in
clean
here.
time.
Okay.
The end is never the end is never the end.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test
No, yes,
scenarios,
no, yes.
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Next is going to be a 3D print of a bucket.
And it is not.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Next will be the tractor, which is no.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Next will be
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I
The
just
answer
sort of
should
put this
be
one
no.
in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
I'm
Thank you
just
for
a
not
big
making
butt
me look
pickle.
like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Your mom was a bucket. Your dad was an elevator.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Ah, okay. I'll show the property about it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket?
Either could work.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Could either work.
It's no.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket,
Send me
that
this.
makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Because that could work for this one.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
It just
Mere
confuses
moments ago,
him.
I could answer these questions with confidence.
Both
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
That's all
And
that
why
happens. I
a
just
bucket?
confuse him with the correct answer.
Stanley, I
That
can't
is
keep doing this.
frustrating.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket
Luckily.
is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay.
Yes,
Here we
please.
go.
And then maybe throw in the meat.
So I'm just gonna be hearing ding.
What happened?
Ding,
Is everything
ding,
gone?
ding,
Why did
ding,
everything
ding,
disappear?
ding.
Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
See.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Really, that's it?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay.
What?
He doesn't want me to leave this room. Let's just fuck with stuff first. See if he starts talking to me.
Okay, it sent me 45 things.
Oh my goodness.
5 of them are reward. Let's start something.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Okay. We're being weird here, I see.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, okay. I see how weird you're going to be. Bucky Poo go into that,
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Rude. Rude. I want stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I said, "You're our slaves." He said, "Does they probably like it?" I said, "Yes."
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most
cool, so my thoughts are because of bucket? Lovely. Who knew? I can't think without Bucky Poo. No. Lovely.
The bucket is the final brain cell.
It's the final.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything
3 times. Not enough for you.
Actually, that's 4. Because I hear it again on there.
Serenading. Badly.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Did the door shut behind me? I screw with this hole. Oh! I locked myself into a corner.
Can I say something, Mike?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret
I
did this
gave you
place
controller
hold?
knowing you're a menace
Stanley
to
and the
society.
bucket both wondered to themselves.
Such a lovely ASMR.
0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Okay, but like, that is so creepy.
Like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
There was one in the broom closet, one in the bathroom.
Because it's technically illegal to record people while in the bathroom. But it's also illegal to have this level of surveillance without telling people.
Also, why would you need one for each cubicle if some of them are in the same room?
You don't notice how it skips random numbers?
It does?
Yeah. Watch. Because there's 572 twice as well.
Weird.
So I think it's every corner of the rooms.
Was the bucket
But
under
not
the
every
mind control
cubicle.
facility's influence as well? Had the bucket
Why
been
is it
told to
just more
do
like
things
trial?
it didn't wish to
Trial
do?
heaven.
What kinds
That's
of things
insane.
does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble
I am
mind.
bad at seeing, but I think I saw one that sort of looked like Batman.
Really shouldn't be. That'd be so concerning. Oh, wait. Can I do the glitch? Oh, where I go over the edge. I went too
No!
far.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the
To be fair, he
bucket.
also never leaves his work. And doesn't have a real job. And isn't a real
And here was the
person.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
I
cold
don't know how to
reality
get
of his
that
past began to
intentionally.
sink in,
I usually
Stanley
do it
decided
at
that this
random.
machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Bucky Poo, no! Alex, how dare you?
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Look at those seagulls having so much fun.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Lovely. That's such a happy ending. The building changed, the building changed, the building changed.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
The building
Stanley
changed.
cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate.
Because this isn't my office. I'm down on a different floor.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Not to the
And
meeting
so
room.
the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay, so exit.
Either way, I wouldn't be able to do it since it's not the normal.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm
Stanley
glad
area.
you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh, God.
You see, your friends and I
I
are
forgot
concerned
this is
for
how
you,
you get to
Stanley.
it.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes.
Care about
not
you,
this
Stanley.
bucket
Those
that they've
color
never seen
choices are
before.
funny.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line?
No.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh,
I do.
and it played some silly music as well.
We both know we hate the music. Turn it off.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Debatable.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh yeah, this is where I throw in my
we need to
bucket.
get rid of the bucket. That's why
But you
I'm very
can't.
proud to introduce
Hey,
a brand new
you said if I
character.
can jump,
This
maybe I can knock
is
some
the
of these
Bucket
down.
Destroyer.
The answer's no.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Can you spell?
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
See, your pettiness is
Now
ridiculous.
listen to me. It's crucial that you
Yeah,
give
see,
it
you
the
can't
bucket.
do
I don't know
anything.
what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how
Then
does a
the
character
craft
with only one
device.
personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really
Or
like
I
10
could stop
personality
screaming
traits.
soon,
What
saying
other
getting
object
all
in this
sleepy.
game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
killing me,
merchandise
Dad.
the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Well, Stanley died. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
All 2 billion of them. Because you
Bucket
and
Destroyer,
Buckapoo
my
are
prized
already
creation.
dead.
You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
And then... And nothing. Blankness. And the end is never the end.
Can we do the ending where we bring the bucket towards the pot?
After that, I'll get off.
Because they have to use that gas.
Well, we still have a Sprite if that'll help. No. Okay. I hope the shower helps.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. Stanley's bucket, the only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Okay, you're not gonna doctor me?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yes, it
but
is.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him. telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I mean, look
And
at
here
it.
it was.
Fabulous.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So where am I going?
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
No. That would be funny. What would the narrator say?
Now pick up the phone,
said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can
pick up the phone already.
This
Dang it,
is
I
the
don't
sad
hear his
story
chatty
of a
ass.
man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I
Can I
gave
ring
Stanley
that
a bucket
doorbell?
because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then,
Sure
very
can.
distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Where's Bucky? Alex!
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Untrue. Bucky Poo talks. What's going on?
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
This ending is going to get so weird so quickly.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me.
No.
It's just a bucket.
hearing's broken.
It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
Awesome.
It doesn't do anything else.
It does everything.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
It's a beautiful hunk of metal.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's
Did
just
I ever
going to
need
cling
you?
to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store
Oh,
bucket.
yes, it does.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no.
He wants the
I'm
bucket
having
himself.
feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on?
Still
Why do I
disturbing
want to
every
be
time.
with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Really? After all that? Alright, on that note, I'm quitting for now. I will play more some other time. Because I've been playing for almost 2 hours, goodness gracious. Well, at that point, I might as well get to the 2 hours. 5 more minutes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What? What are you doing now?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay. Yeah, I'm giving it 5 more minutes.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No.
Because of all these
surely
new
not.
weird one-liners.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes, so insightful. We immediately insult someone I leave.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yeah, you're
Stanley
wrong.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting
Oh
room.
my God.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
So,
Go there.
I'm in
Go
the
to the
middle.
cargo
You're
lift.
there. There's Lulu's OC.
That is adorable.
You were wearing a soft shirt. Lulu said Lulu has a cat. The narrator said I'm freaking out. Lulu says he's losing it. I said it's been lost, and you say yeah.
Let's see if we get the same narrator tape.
The hell?
We're back. Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number...
You have a sign. This is Frothy.
I don't even know.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Nothing is real.
The longer I study this bucket,
The end, but never the end.
the
It's
less
never
sense
it's never
anything
it's never the
makes.
end. It's never the end. It's never the end.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No
See,
matter how many
he doesn't
times I've
talk
done
like
it,
this when you don't have the
it's
bucket.
always the
He makes fun of you and
same
thinks you
feeling.
frick him.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't
Yes, Crunch
make
Master.
sense.
The narrator sends for the bucket.
There's no explanation for it.
And for Stanley.
Still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
And narrator, you need to chill the fuck
Why
out.
everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
Bucket. I wonder. One way to end this game. Ugh. What? On that note, bye. Jesus.